You might think that the disease tuberculosis is a thing of the past, but you would be surprised to know that this deadly infectious disease tuberculosis claims the lives of 1 million people annually. I used to work as a medical practitioner here in Nepal for about 1 year, and I saw so many people suffering from tuberculosis. But you might think that it's a joke because you live in a developed country and we have had the cure for tuberculosis since 1950. That's frustrating. We have the cure, but still people in the developing countries are suffering. Similarly, I find it absolutely frustrating that the concept of yoga nidra, concept of dharana has been hidden in the developing countries like Nepal, and a lot of people like you are suffering in developed country because all you know is anxiety pills, all you have heard about is therapy sessions. But yoga nidra and dharana are derived from very ancient yogic principles in order to upgrade your state of mind. Once your state of mind is upgraded, you will no longer have all these kinds of anxiety, panic attacks, worries, concern. So listen to me, because what I am about to tell you is going to change your life. You will no longer wake up with racing thoughts in your head. You will no longer experience a dry sensation in your mouth because all you know is how to worry. If your ex-girlfriend left you for another guy and she has insulted you by saying so many different ridiculous things, then she will start to say to her friends, "Oh my God, Mark had just become the man of my dreams, and the sad part is now he's out of my league." If you want your friends and family to stop worrying about you, but instead ask you questions like, "John, how did you become so peaceful and so relaxed all of a sudden?" then you must understand how to do yoga nidra correctly and how to do dharana correctly. Now, before we dive into these two concepts, I want to make you understand one very simple fact. And I don't even know why this principle is not talked about often. We view this world as a very physical world. We have been societally programmed to view this world in a very materialistic point of view. But a very reputed scientific journal has already come up with a conclusion that this universe is entirely spiritual and mental. And what that means is everything that you can perceive through your five senses in this world is actually a manifestation of spirit. If you do not like the word spirit, you can call it source energy, you can call it cosmic consciousness or unconditioned awareness or unconditioned source energy. And when you understand that this universe is spiritual, then there is no separation between you and what you desire in this universe. Separation, lack, distance only exist in a physical universe. There is a distance, there is a lack between this and this. There is a distance, a sense of separation between you and what you desire: health, wealth, happiness, love, everything. There is a distance, and hence there is a lack. When there is a lack, there is frustration, there is competition, there is calculation, there is stress, there is anxiety, there is worry, there is resentment, there is hurt, there is rejection. All sorts of negative emotions come to your body. All sorts of negative emotions are accumulated in your body because you view this world in a very physical point of view. But in a spiritual world, there is no distance between you and the thing that you desire. There is nothing in this entire existence other than spirit. So, you, being a manifestation of spirit, have everything that you desire within yourself. You simply have to learn to look within, and you will find health, wealth, happiness, love, everything within yourself. You'll find freedom from panic attacks within yourself. You do not have to go out into the world and try to fix all the problems in order to get rid of your anxiety and panic attacks. Now, the way to look within means changing your mind. Looking within means upgrading your state of mind. And that is why I say that this universe is mental. It's only because your able to change the program that are written in the subconscious mind, which is the deeper and the most dominant part of your mind, you are able to get what you want. And the process of upgrading your state of mind is through yoga nidra and dharana. The other thing that you must get out of your head is how you have been viewing emotion as just inferior to logic. I have seen so many countless alpha male people and red pillars say that emotion is only for females. It is only for weak people. They train you to become very empiricist. They only tell you to use your five senses and only believe the information that is gathered by five senses. But when you do that, when you only validate the experience that you gather from five senses, then right now you're going through a lot of tough situations in your life. A lot of tragic circumstances are coming your way, and you're gathering all those information through your five senses, and you're impressing all these negative feelings in your subconscious mind because your girlfriend just left you, your family is worried about you, your friends think that you're kind of lame, and you see all of these things. You gather all this information and you feel bad, and those negative bad feelings are going to get impressed in your subconscious mind. So you actually have to rise above the sense organs. You have to stop being empiricist. There is a way where you can develop emotions without getting dependent upon the information gathered by five senses. And do not view emotion as just another thing, because yogis have actually devised a path where they use emotion in order to gain enlightenment. Now, I'm not here to talk about enlightenment or how to get enlightenment, because that's a whole different topic and I do not feel comfortable talking about that. But I feel very comfortable talking about how to get out of panic attacks because I have done it. In just 5 months, I got rid of it completely. And when I started out in my meditation journey, I could not sit still for 1 minute. So if you can sit still for 1 minute, you're in a better place. Now, let's dive into the actual thing about how to get rid of your panic attack. I've already told you the first step is yoga nidra. People like Dr. Andrew Huberman have been calling yoga nidra as non-sleep deep rest protocol, but it is just yogic sleep. You just close your eyes, you sit still or you lay down, and you put your awareness all over your body until you achieve a state of sleepiness or a relaxation. Now, when you do yoga nidra properly, what happens is your brain will start to create these slow, coherent alpha waves and theta waves. Right now, you're watching me on a phone, and your brain is generating beta waves. When you're super stressed in your life, when you're facing anxiety or panic attacks, your brain is producing high beta waves. But under alpha waves, your brain will be able to visualize things very easily. And when your brain is producing theta waves, you become like a child. A child is very suggestible to all the information that he sees around him. When a child is born and up until he reaches the age of 7, he is producing these theta wave brain patterns, and that's when he learns the belief system of his parents, of his family, of his society members. That's when he absorbs all the emotional pattern, all the thinking pattern, all the limiting belief pattern of his society, of his family members, of the people around him, of his schooling. So right now, if you've just grown up to become a member of the society, then you're already sick, because everyone in your society is sick. Our society is sick. It's not a very proud thing to become an ordinary societal member, because you have accumulated a lot of traumatic programs in your subconscious mind by observing the behaviors, emotional patterns, belief system, thinking patterns of your adult while growing up. Now, time to change the program that are present in the subconscious mind. Because only when you change the program in your subconscious mind, you're going to get what you desire. You're going to get the freedom that you desire. Because the universe is mental and spiritual. Only when you change the mental aspect of yourself, the spiritual aspect of universe is going to give you everything that you desire. Now, when you do yoga nidra, You have to use your attention and you have to use your intention wisely. That's what comprises of dharana. Dharana means using your attention and holding your attention on the desired aspect of your life. So, for example, you might desire that you want to wake up in the morning and you just want to have a big smile on your face instead of racing heart and racing thoughts in your head. You might desire to finally drink coffee again and you just want to smell the aroma of coffee and say to yourself, finally, I'm free from panic attacks. You might desire that you want to go to a meeting room or a place that previously used to trigger your panic attack, and you're now just cracking jokes in that place. You're just having a blast in that room or in that area. All of these things are your intention. And when you properly place your attention on this desired intention, then you are doing dharana correctly. Now, through repeated mental rehearsal of using your attention on your desired intention, your brain will start to create neural networks that reflect like all of this imaginal act is actually happening to you. For example, you're using your attention on an imaginal act where you're dating a girl and this girl is saying to you, wow, you're so peaceful and so powerful as a human being. Now, if you mentally rehearse this scenario enough times, neural networks in your brain start to reflect like this is actually happening to you in real time, because the brain cannot differentiate between an imaginal act and an experience that you have in this three-dimensional world of experience. And through enough mental rehearsal, the neural network is going to send a rush of chemicals down your body. These chemicals are going to create feelings in your body. Now, you have to understand that your intention is sending an electrical charge, electrical signal in the source energy. Now, the source energy knows what you want. It knows that you want to get free from panic attacks. And the elevated emotions that you embrace through mental rehearsal of this imaginal act is sending a magnetic charge to the source energy. Now, the source energy knows what you want and it is compelled to give what you want as well. Now, all of the things that you have visualized will actually start to materialize into existence. You will just start to move across one event after another, and you will just find everything that you have visualized appearing in your life. And it is just going to surprise you, because the most unexpected things will happen to you if you do yoga nidra and dharana correctly. And it's not even about giving life, breathing life to your imaginal scenario, because if you learn how to just close your eyes and feel all of these wonderful elevated feelings of joy, gratitude, empowerment, even though your external circumstances are full of tragedies, then you have actually gained freedom. If you can cultivate elevated emotions of joy, gratitude in your body, then panic attacks and anxiety will just start to fall off of your system. That's a freedom. So please realize this message and understand that sky is the limit once you truly know how to do yoga nidra correctly and dharana correctly. If you want one-to-one personalized online coaching from me, then message me on my Gmail or my WhatsApp, which are linked in the description and the comment section down below. Message me and then we'll get started right away. Subscribe and I will see you in the next video.